My old lovers fall into my covers, where they sink one by one.
I've been seeing this trendy watermelon soft serve dessert all summer and really wanted to take a stab at recreating it. I really wanted to make it for my grandma's 80th birthday since watermelon's her favorite fruit. I've never made soft serve or sorbet before, so I wanted to test a version that didn't require an ice cream maker and one that did. I ended up combining the two and loved the taste, but to recreate just the trendy soft serve part, I would go with the ice cream recipe since the sorbet doesn't swirl. Your girl is lactose intolerant, so both of my desserts are dairy-free. Alright, let's get right into what I made. Cut up one watermelon into cubes and place these in the refrigerator. Here's how I made the watermelon seeds. Melt about a half a cup to 3/4 cups of chocolate chips and add a little bit of oil until you reach your desired consistency. Wait until this cools a bit and pipe into seed designs. Once I was happy with my designs, I placed them in the freezer. I would recommend making them thicker than I did because I had issues with them almost melting when I handled them later. For the sorbet portion, in a small saucepan, cook 3/4 cups of water and 3/4 cups of sugar over low heat until the sugar dissolves. Add 4 mint leaves and boil for about 5 minutes. Remove this from the heat, also removing the mint leaves. Cover and let stand until cool. In the meantime, puree about 8 cups of watermelon in a blender or food processor. Strain the liquid and discard the solids. Once syrup is cooled, add to the watermelon juice along with the juice of 1 lime and pour into a baking dish. Put this in the freezer for about 45 minutes until it starts to freeze. Stir and bring the ice towards the center of the dish and put back in the freezer, repeating this process every 30 minutes or so until frozen. To be honest, I actually fell asleep at 2 a.m. after only mixing maybe 3 or 4 times. In the morning, I used a potato masher to mash up the freeze and it tasted fine. Just a little more of a snow cone or shaved ice texture. Alright, moving on to the vegan ice cream recipe. In a medium saucepan, combine 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of almond milk, 3/4 cups of coconut milk, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Keep stirring this until it starts to bubble and thicken, and then remove from heat. Once this has cooled down, add 1 teaspoon of vanilla, then cover and place this in the fridge until cold. Puree about 6 cups or so of cubed watermelon and strain to make about 2.5 cups of liquid. Combine the cream base with watermelon juice and pour into an ice cream maker. Run this for about 20 minutes or so. To cut the watermelon slices, cut the ends off and cut in half down the middle lengthwise. Next, cut into about 4 thick slices, then cut each of these slices in half. Using a smaller knife, cut out the insides of each slice to be filled. I found working slowly, this wasn't as delicate as I thought it would be. I always find freezer Ziploc bags work for me in place of piping bags. I snip the end off, push the tip through, and reinforce with tape. Pour the mixture into the bag and it's ready for piping. To insert the chocolate seeds into the watermelon, I used a skewer to create small holes where I wanted the seeds to be. Then I held some ice between my fingers so the chips wouldn't melt as I placed them into the watermelon. You could also just put in chocolate chips directly. It's so much easier and I think it's still cute. Alright, to assemble your treat, I scooped some of my sorbet into the bottom of the watermelon and then piped the soft serve on top. If you want to make this all soft serve, I would double this recipe as it takes a lot of soft serve to fill the slice. My grandma found this interesting, but I think she appreciated it. This is a really refreshing treat, perfect for a hot day. Thanks for watching.
Running from palm to club like blood.